All right, this is a quick blitzkrieg. How to set your TX and RX bandwidths and create TX profiles. Here we go. Go to setup. First thing you need to do, go to audio. Make sure all of this is set. This has to be the same for every single TX profile you create. So every single TX profile you create, go back here to the audio tab and check it. Because I've made the mistake before where some of these parameters are different and I'll change the profile and I have no audio or something isn't right. Because this will save with the TX profile. Very important. All right, moving on. Go to transmit. Very, very simple. You see transmit filter. All right, let's say you want to create a 3 kilohertz DX profile. So this is just an example, but this is what I do. You can do it however you want. So I'll set the top end to 3 kilohertz, high, low, I'll set to, let's say 140 hertz. Once that's done, click save and a box will pop up. Name it whatever you want, but it's, name it appropriately. So if you're going to use it for DX, name it, DX or whatever. Put that in there, click OK, boom, done. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it. So if you run through here, you can see all the different profiles. There's my, no, I don't want to save that. That's my 3K DX profile, 3 kilohertz to 140. And you'll notice in the audio tab, everything's identical. Yeah. Yeah, I want that. 4K. No, I don't want to save that. 4K. 4 kilohertz to 40 hertz. My advice to you would be on your Bombasticus Maximus audio, do not set your low on any of your transmit profiles lower than 40 hertz. You don't need audio lower than 40 hertz. I have seen where somebody's pushing so much audio, they had their transmit filter opened up to like 0. Not a good idea. Or even 20 hertz. And they had so much bottom end that it was producing like a 25 hertz heterodyne. It looked like a 25 hertz carrier. No joke. And when they keyed up, all you heard was way down in the bottom. Now, if you're listening at 100 to 4 kilohertz, you wouldn't hear it. But I listen at, I'll show you, 40 hertz to whatever, unless I'm working DX, right? All right, so that's basically it on how to set the TX profiles. Very simple, and they will all show up down here. Once you have that done, they'll all populate into this list, and you should be able to click through each one seamlessly. So I'll turn up the volume. If you click on one and it doesn't work, that means something happened, and it ain't happy. So let me unmute. Which means you missed something in the audio window. Something's not right.
Gotta work on that quote, Scott. Jeez.
Okay, so if I change through here.
Happy New Year and Happy Hanukkah and all that other stuff.
3K?
So I'm going to cut it short, and I'm going to jump back on 520, Gary.
3.3?
Talking to Billy, so.
3.6?
Nice meeting you. Thanks for all the great info.
4K?
783, no problem.
3K DX. So there you go.
It's, or Peacock, or I can't think of the other one. Next, I don't think it's on Netflix, but John Wick is a very good too. The Richard, I don't know if you ever watched that. That's pretty good. That's on Amazon, I believe. It's a series on there.
Okay, so that covers that. Remute it just in case. Okay, last thing I wanted to show you. If you look over here on the right-hand side on Thetis, you'll see your RX filters. If you want to, I change mine because I don't like the defaults. So let's say I wanted to change the 2.9, excuse me, to a 3 kilohertz. Got a tickle in my throat. This is the third time I've done this, by the way. Anyways, you want to change the 3 killers to 2.9. Select that filter. And what you want to do is right click, go to configure. It's going to open a filter setup window. So make sure the filter you want to alter is highlighted. Ignore what it says as far as the name, right? So let's pretend this was, well, let's try this. Let's go to the 2.7 and I want to change that to a 2.9 kilohertz. And I want to change so let's say I want to use this for contesting and events and hardcore DXing, right? Well, I don't give a crap about any audio that's beneath 140 hertz. So I would actually set this, alter this, set the high to 140 and leave that at 2700. And let's say I wanted to save that parameter, no big deal. Once you make that change, you're done. All you have to do is hit the X. And if I select 2.7, you'll see down here, see this? It may be hard to see, but the high is set to 140, the low is set to 2700. So I made that change, right? Very cool. Let's say you wanted to make the change on the 2.9 filter that I think is default, right? So this 3 kilohertz would technically be 2.9 on the default. But I listen to a lot of guys running great audio at 3 kilohertz, like really awesome stuff. So 100 hertz on the bottom ain't going to do it. I want to hear it underneath that. So remember, this probably says 2.9, no big deal. Change this to 40. This will be set at 100. Change that to 40. Change that from 2900 to 3 kilohertz and then rename it up here. 3 kilohertz, bang. Once that's done, click the X and it will populate down here all ready to go. See, 40 hertz to 3 kilohertz. So that's basically it, guys. That's how you do it. Remember, TX and RX go hand in hand. You need a good sound system. If you're going to play this audio game with Bombasticus Maximus, hate that guy, you got to set your RX filters up along with your TX filters. All right, 7.3. We'll catch you later. Yeah.